Very good morning, all students of fourth standard. Good morning, fourth standard students. We are learning history's lesson number 6, that is the oath of Swaraj. This lesson is going on the oath of Swaraj, the oath of Shivaji Maharaj, or the oath of Swaraj. Shivaji Maharaj took the oath of Swaraj at Rayareshwar temple along with his comrades, companions, Mavadas there. He spoke to them. He addressed them that how many days will remain in the bondage or the slavery. Do we serve like indifferently? We do not have any kind of our own freedom only for the sake of watan or the bhakri? We should be engaged in the service of other. We should fight. We should sacrifice our life for other only. Do we remain in the bondages? These questions he asked to his companions, his friends there, and in front of them he took the request, oath there, to make, to establish an sufficient Swaraj in Maharashtra for the Marathi people. So he start to study about the geographical location areas there, war tactics there. So start to study about the forts there, little minor information. Buying and selling of the equipments, war materials, there's secret parts, hiding places, quickest fast shift of places to be precipitated, to go to come, forest areas, every detailed information minutely start to study this with his friend. Means they became the trend, and very soon Shivaji Maharaj start to receive that each and every information in the surrounding or the neighboring area of the Pune. Every information he start to get in detail there. Mavadas were there with him, his companions, friends there. They were ready to do anything for the Shivaji Maharaj in the situation, at the situation type. Means if the situation arises to be sacrifice their life, they were ready to sacrifice their life for the Shivaji Maharaj. They were not hesitant for that. So this we have seen. Today we will see the friends in the Mawar. Friends, those were the friends of Shivaji Maharaj in that regions. About them we will see. In a previous video, I have started this one, but in middle only I stopped because they called me in office for the meetings. So I was unable to complete the video. And once we stop, then from there we cannot continue. Problem is there, and that we can continue, but that how to continue that I don't know. So friends in Mawar, all over the 12 Mavadas, there were Deshmukhs. In Maharashtra, 12 those were the Mavadas were there. Along with Shivaji Maharaj, they were Deshmukhs guarding their individual vatans. Deshmukhs, all these Deshmukhs, they were guarding their individual vatan. Vatan means the gifted land in lieu of services. In lieu of services, that is, they serve to the emperor or the ruler. They work for them. So in return of that, they gifted the land, that is the Vatan, from the emperor or the ruler, from the kings there in Maharashtra. So all the Deshmukh, they were individual, they were guarding their individual Vatan or the land, to which they were more attached than anything else, and they were more attached with that land than anything else. That they like it too much. They don't like, we say, in comparison of other things, they like their land very much, that they were totally, they neglected totally about the people's welfare. If the peoples were in that regions, they were in the problem, then also they were not thinking about them. Only they like to protect, to take care about their land or the areas. So this situation was there, to which they were more attached than anything else. There were constant quarrels between them. There were constantly quarrel between them. All these people, they were quarreling. Okay, constantly they were quarreling, or they were fighting. Constantly they were fighting against each other. Anything else, they were only attached with their lands, constantly fighting. There were constant quarrels between them, leading the useless waste of money and manpower. So their quarreling lead toward them the wasting the money and also investing the manpower. When they were fighting, then obviously what is that, there was a wastage of money, also wastage of manpowers, all the things, that wastage of energy. They were fighting against each others for the small things on the instructions of the king or the ruler, that so in this way they were attacking on each other, their brotherhood only. So wastage of the manpower and the money or the men there. Shivaji saw this waste and decided to put an end to it. So Shivaji Maharaj saw all the situations. When he saw, then he was deeply touched with that, and he decided to put an end all the situation there. He decided that this thing should be stopped. That such whatever the situation is there, such kind of conditions, they should be stopped. That men or the Vatandar, Deshmukh, they should not be fight against each others in a for the simple reason, or for any purpose of the reason, that they are fighting, they are quarreling, their war should be stopped, that they should not be engaged in war, because if they engage, then common people suffer due to their war activities or the fighting. So he saw that, and he decided to put an end, to put an restrictions on it, to cancel, to stop all these things or the what are happening there. He would visit to Deshmukhs in the area, talk to them. So Shivaji Maharaj, what he decided is that to visit those who were the Deshmukh in their area, he decided to visit them and to talk to them. So he visited to most of the Deshmukhs in his area or the neighboring surrounding areas. He visited and he spoke them about it. He talked them. He pursued them to desist from their folly and raise before them a very attractive pictures of the Swaraj of his dream. He requested them, he suggested, he explained them in a proper way, that you should be pursue your path, whatever the path you are following, that you don't go toward the quarreling or the fighting, that you leave it, and instead of that you pursue, you to go toward the Swaraj, that ideal world, attractive pictures of the Swaraj, that instead of fighting you should be focused on the people's welfare. What are the people's objective there? To protect your people's their welfare, that for that you work. This dream Shivaji Maharaj started to explain to all the Deshmukhs and Deshpande, Vatandar there. So he does own many of them over his side by such kind of teachings or the explanations when he gave to most of the Deshmukhs and Vatandar there. That due to that, Shivaji Maharaj won the favor of many of Vatandars from to his side, that their favor he won, that their heart he won. He explained them in a proper way. They understood what the Shivaji Maharaj wanted to do that, and they were ready. They were ready to support to Shivaji Maharaj. He used force against those who were adamant and those who not listen, those who were not ready to support to Shivaji Maharaj. Against them, Shivaji Maharaj forcefully he agreed from them, that he created burden on them, restrictions on them, that they should be ready to accept the overlordship of the Shivaji Maharaj or the rules of the Shivaji Maharaj. What Shivaji Maharaj's aim was there, to proceed or to act according to that. Those who were adamant, those who were not ready to listen Shivaji Maharaj's thoughts or ideas, that those who were rejected, denied to do according to him as ideal Swaraj, to establish ideal Swaraj, against them he used his soldiers, his power, his might he used there. In this way he stopped the mutual warfare. So in this way Shivaji Maharaj stopped the mutual warfare. All Deshmukh and Deshpande, they stopped to fight against each other. They stopped to waste their manpowers or the wealth against each other in the battlefield. So they stopped the war. In this way peace created in the Pune adjacent area. Everybody was pleased with this happy result, and all started singing the praise of Shivaji Maharaj. Everybody was pleased. Each and every person from the Maharashtra regions, they became happy by seeing this, because there was no war. So all people, they feel very happy. They pleased to Shivaji Maharaj about his work. They start to sing songs in praise of the Shivaji Maharaj. Zanjir Rao Maral, Haibat Rao Shilmarkar, Shilamkas, Baji Pasalkar, Vithoji Shitole, Jede, Paigude, Bandal were some of the Deshmukhs in the Mawar Valley who began to look upon Shivaji as their leader. So these were the peoples: Zanjirao Maral, Hayvetrao, Shilamkos, Baji Pasalkar, Vitoji Sitole, Jede, Paigude, Bandal. These peoples or the Vatandas, they began to look as Shivaji was their ideal leader. They began to think that Shivaji was their leader or the emperor kings. The dream of Swaraj was fast approaching, the day of to fulfillment. The dream of the Swaraj, Shivaji Maharaj's dream of the Swaraj was fastly, it was approaching to be fulfilled, to start to establish, to set up an ideal Swaraj. So in this way, the work was started of the Shivaji Maharaj. So when you will come tomorrow, then tomorrow will come with the last one point. Till that time, you study this one and we focus. So what is that? Shivaji Maharaj shown them the dream of Swaraj, how it should be there, how it will work, that he showed them. Okay, thank you very much.